Yo, what is up, my friends and foes? It's Daimien Kamiya here, the Omni King, and welcome, friends, foes, members of the Omni Council, to more Kingdoms of Amalur, re-reckoning, very hard, no blacksmithing. The last stream seemed very disorganized, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it very well may be the same today. The thing is, early game, if you want to focus, like, you can be very organized in this game, don't get me wrong. But if you, like, I'm a person that wants to not respec as much as humanly possible. And the best way to do that is to manage your skills versus the trainers very appropriately. So it becomes a little bit of an issue when you're kind of running around getting money so you can get training. I also need money for a lot of gear. You know, for those that saw the last stream, they'll realize that I figured out a way to get one of the best defensive shields in the game equipped right off the bat. Right? Like, literally, like, I think it's like 15 levels early. Like, it's crazy, but the thing costs like 400,000. So, and I got my mercantile as high up as I can get it for the time being. Once I hit 16, I can start leveling it up again. Yeah, so let's, so I got nothing else to add. So let's just switch right on over here. There we go. I think I need a little bit of defense today. Let's get my weapon out here. All right. So what quest we were working on? The rite of passage. All right. So that's what we were. Let's see. Let's kind of start. So generally what I try to do is I try to do all the quests in a region. So we'll do, there's Dalentarth, Plains of Arathel, Datir. So I want to get all the quests done in Dalentarth first before I do anything else. I've not even started them all either, so. You mind? Goal is to try and take these guys out, like, pretty much one at a time if I can. My greatsword's frost, so it's gonna basically snipe that guy, use the fire spell. Sadly, I don't really think electric has a weakness. Which in some ways you could almost argue is a little bit of a poor game design, but... So that well disappeared now. Man, I'm getting really sloppy on the attacking here off the bat.
Two legs, do you come to me empty-handed? What is the meaning of this?
Well, Vanish.
Holds powerful magic as old as these trees. Our elders told us its true name. Your two-leg kind might call it the well that wanders. Throughout the forest, it would vanish and reappear like a wolf on hunt. But what prey it seeks. Before I was cursed, I remember strongly atop the water was the scent of leechwood. Perhaps the well seeks that.
We're gonna find leechwood.
That is the two-leg name for that wood that feasts on strength. It appears through the forest. Should not be hard to find. The scent of the well was strong with its odor. It must be what the well is seeking.
Before we continue that, I can finish up this one here too.
The troll that stole the ring in the ballad is named Lekka the Corpulent. I guess he had a bit of a appetite. You need to mount the trophies just like the champion in the ballad. When all are displayed, Lekka should come. Once he's there, it should be easy business claiming the ring. I mean, you've killed a troll before, right? It is the story of a maiden who lost her ring to a greedy troll. The champion killed antelope and used the carcass as bait. When the troll came to feed, the knight killed the troll and returned. The ballads of these fae repeat naturally, but if we reprise it now, we can force the troll and the ring to appear again. It's the way these fae work. Anyone who labors to defy nature is a fool. The Warsworn built that keep to stand for all time. But it will fall, like all the others. They should heed the lesson of Castle Yolven. If magic wishes to reclaim what's rightfully hers, she will do it.
Well, that's kind of crazy too, because magic is inherent in this world, because magic and fate are almost one and the same, because that's literally what the Fae are. Think of the Fae in this franchise almost kind of like the monsters in the Percy Jackson one, where they where when you kill them, they just dissipate, but will eventually return. Oh, and I got him poisoned now too, yes. Poison and troll is absolutely your friend when it comes to, or poison and bleeding are your friends against enemies like trolls. Die. What's it do? 10% health?
Thanks for dealing with it. Now that this business is over, just give me the
I think I'll hold on to it.
After seeing what you did to that troll, I'm not keen on the idea of getting on your bad side. Keep the ring if you so please. Looks like there's no fairy tale ending after all. You would make a good traveler.
Sorry, but I do need to sell that for money.
On with you.
There we go. So the well that I'm searching for will warp around between multiple different locations. I never realized before that the guy talks about leechwood. So I guess if you literally find leechwood... Oops. Then you could probably just wait for, and the shell will show when the well will show up. So you know what I might do, just for the sake of things. What can I level here? I can do detect hidden. Because I closed the wiki on this. News of Amalur. Trainers. We'll open up skill books too. So yeah, I know for a fact I have not gotten the detect hidden skill book, because detect hidden and stealth are both locked behind the traveler's quest line. Blacksmithing is locked behind the quest line of the Warsworn. Let's see. So detect hidden, detect hidden. I have not trained for this one, so I can do that, which will push me into the traps are displayed on the mini map due to my bonus, and I could go to the trainer now at Sun Camp. And train that one, which would push it over to being able to salvage components when disarming traps. But I think I'm considering doing the Thieves Guild quest line. So the reason being, or Thieves Guild, the Traveler's quest line. The reason behind that decision... Alright, what else can I do here? I still got ways to go before I can get to the next tier. That one doesn't get another point. Oh, that one does, though. That one doesn't get another point, neither does that one. That one does. So it has to do with my equipment. So I managed to get this Berserker medallion that gives +1 might and +1 sorcery. How I have this one for +1 finesse too. However, my rings give +1 sorcery, +1 might. The only thing balancing things out right now is, you know, I do have one higher plus in finesse right now because of my shield, right? So everything here is on +2. I believe. This is all on +2. This one, however, is all on +3. When I get that defensive shield, I want to equip it immediately, because it's going to be a huge boon to cutting down a lot of damage I take. You know, removing 1/5 of my normal damage and almost half of my magic damage. I don't want to play around not having that. Oh, look, the well. that is currently weaker. Alright, so I think I know what's going on here. I need leechwood. I guess I need leechwood in my inventory before I can, Here's some here. But I can just run back to where I was. And the well will return. See? There we go. So we can go give this to the guy to return it. But yeah, so the reason why I want to do that is because I want to balance out. The necklace I want is a necklace called Thresh's Seal. It gives +1 to all 3 skill trees. It is, in my opinion, one of the best skills, or one of the best necklaces in the game if you're playing Universalist. Hell, even if you're playing any dual class. But I would argue Universalist, because the thing is, when, yeah, so he was actually a wolf, by the way. So when you, it has to just come with how point distribution is in this game. So, you know, so with the level cap increase from Fatesworn, your max level is 50, which gives you 153 points total, because you start with 3 points in 0 at level 0 during the tutorial, and every subsequent level gives you 3 points. So you end up with 153 points. But every class, every tree you go into divides that number more. So I can put 153 points into sorcery. By the way, that's way more than what's necessary to max the tree. You can max the tree with 120 with the default level 40, which is 123. You can max a skill tree with that. So you're guaranteed to be able to put points into another tree now with the level cap increase. However, and personally speaking, I always recommend, if you're not running sorcery, to get conservative casting, just because it reduces the MP cost of all spells, or all spells and techniques. At 7 out of 5, it's a 28% reduction, which is almost, arguably, more than one quarter, and slightly less than 1/5, right? Or 1/3, I mean, right? So I happily recommend doing that, because you're gonna beat the mage quest line anyway, so you're guaranteed a +1 to mage. Personally, to me, finesse gets the best one just because it has 2 twists of fate that give it a give it +1. Though in the original game, that Teeth of Naros one was bugged. If you got it and then left the game, anytime you reloaded the game, that twist of fate didn't load properly, so you didn't have it. So it was kind of sad, in all honesty. But yeah, so the nature, or yeah, so when you're playing Universalist, you basically have to divide. So you pretty much get 51 points a tree, and outside of DLC, you get 41 points a tree. Which doesn't really amount to a whole lot when you factor in that you need, like when you look at how much things cost, you're not going to get higher than tier 4. But likelihood is, if you're trying to max things, you might not even get a skill higher than tier 3. Well, yeah, like it depends on what you're going for. Yeah, you're probably going to get some skills in tier 3 or in tier 4 here, but the way Thresh's Seal works, though, is just that, having a it's the only, outside of one particular armor set, those are the only 2 ways to get a guaranteed +1 to every single skill in every single tree. There are epic gems that can give +1s to the bottom 4 tiers. So basically, This one, this one, this one, and this one. It doesn't affect the top two, which prior to DLC was perfect because you could only go up to this tree as a universalist. You could only go up to this tier as universalist, right? Because you're not getting more than potentially 41 points a tree, and the minimum you need is 37. But with the DLC, you can now get to this tree, if just barely. I need to remember to go onto my other file and screen cap the build. I keep forgetting to do that. All right, so let me go do the traveler quest line, because that way when I drop the shield, I don't have to worry too much about it.
The dust of the road rises to meet you, Wanderer. Welcome to Star Camp. Then Grim has appraised you and found you of worth. But there is another you must appease. Our guide, the anonymous Hierophant. Go to the Hierophant shrine in our camp and pray, as old travelers must. We have many freedoms and one chain. A traveler lives by his or her hands and guile. You must do the same. Trader Hayden sells items to supplement these skills if you need. May the road rise to meet you.
Do you have any lockpicks for sale? You do. You have 12. I always try to keep in stock on lockpicks as much as I possibly can. You know what? I'm going to buy those. Just for emergency situations. I'll buy those as well. I think my favorite thing about the status potions, like the Venom one here and the Slash one, is it doesn't just increase bleed damage, but it also gives you bleed damage. And a lot of, like, games I've played, it's like, oh, this will increase your fire damage. But what if you didn't have fire damage, right? Like it.
When the road is your marketplace, are you looking to buy items or sell them?
Oh.
Always looking to make a bit of coin?
I do appreciate in this game how easy it is to have access to a fence, though. Like, in all honesty, one thing I hate about Skyrim is just how annoying it is to get access to a fence. And then how even more annoying it is to gain access to a reasonable fence. And then you have to factor in that they don't have unlimited money. So you have to A, get to Riften, B, join the Thieves Guild. Now you have a fence. Great. But now you have to keep going into the Thieves Guild anytime you want to sell stuff. So now you need to do missions for Vex and Delvin to gain reputation. Do missions in other cities to unlock fences in those locations. In which case, now you can sell to these people, which are much more easier accessed fences, but they still have limited money pools. So you still have... So... Off. I can't move my hands 3 inches sometimes. Yeah, then you have to run around between multiple fences when it comes to trying to fence stuff. It's not... I don't know. I was just seeing if people had better ideas to farm purples and stuff.
What prays before me? An eddy in the river of fate, a cacophony in the song of Amalur. Your presence is unnerving, but you have come and prayed, and honored our creeds. You wish to make yourself a traveler? Then ask me for my portents.
By the way, I don't care for the Hierophant.
For true trust, for true compliance, the Hierophant must have no weakness, nor fault, nor lapse. In other words, the Hierophant must be no one.
I don't take orders.
And yet you are here. And yet you are listening. And like many, you decree commands, but you still willingly take them. You will steal the following: the medallion from the noble Elfwig Grilrakas in Dyden Hill, and the burial pall of St. Edric from his tomb in St. Edric's mission. Lastly, you must steal Drog's toothpicks, a pair of daggers in the possession of Gunnar Frode of the She. Then and only then may you be a traveler.
Not through here.
Elfwig Grilrakas is a fastidious man. He will not suffer any undue approach. The pall of Edric lies in his tomb, which is under many eyes. Wait until none are near before you claim it. At last, Gunnar Frode. He is a shifty man. He will not have the daggers on him or near him. Be warned. Now, you are dismissed.
So what I actually enjoy about this quest is there's actually multiple ways to do it. Or at least in some instances of it. So I believe these are the fangs.
What's that? Stupid bloody peasants. Elfwig Grilrakas will not suffer to get this sickness afflicting this town. Now be gone. Take your poisoned air and get out of my sight. It's bad enough that I'll be quarantined here. Get away from me, you damned nuisance. I'm Elfwig Grilrakas. I don't need to put up with the like.
So this is the part where... Yeah, so this is another endless quest.
If you're buying goods in Dyden Hill, it's Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Pass. Well, come back.
He just gives you money when you hand him the stuff, that's it. He's... So, the benefits of alchemy will show you how broken it can make this quest line.
My father's got the cough.
Can I help you?
Where's the alchemy table again? It's in the corner, right there. Alchemy. Experiment. So I need Sky Blossom, Star Thistle, and Caps.
Riseburg arms and
Alright, what do you have for me, sir?
Blacksmith, so long.
Nothing of use.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can.
Welcome.
What do you have that I can use? Nothing.
To our fame, our doors are always open.
My opinion, recipes are like the biggest waste of money in this game. I guess the argument is because you're not always guaranteed to get components when you harvest. The argument is that you can save time, you can save resources experimenting by buying recipes. But in the day of the internet, no one's going to do that. So this is why, so the potion I just made is a phase walking potion. It is one of the most broken potions in the game. I make it every playthrough, and it is generally the only potion I ever make. I am now completely invisible. No one can see me. And doing anything does not cancel it. I can literally attack while invisible.
Welcome.
In some ways, it's literally your only way to steal things, which is why I say it's so broken. Like, look, see, their visibility of me dropped instantly, and I'm still invisible. I can just leave. I'll leave and I'll still be invisible. In games like Skyrim and many other games, stealth is broken the moment you do something. Not in this game. Now, is there an actual ability that gives you stealth? I forget. I think that does stealth. I'm not 100% sure though, or if it just makes you invisible while in the AoE. Alright. This one will be easy. So this one actually has multiple ways. You can do it a fair way, or you can do it the thieves' way. So the fair way is you talk to them.
It's always nice to see a passerby. Yes, I was recently contacted by Starcamp about selling the daggers, which I acquired at considerable risk and expense. So I think it's fair that I change the deal. I want to be paid in full upfront. Then, that said, you can pay me now, and this can all be over with.
No, be
I suppose
reasonable.
You're right. I'd rather not get on the bad side of the travelers. I can part with the daggers for half of what I was originally asking.
I'm not paying for that.
So? And before you think I hid the toothpicks in the she. To find them, you'll need a map, which is safely locked in a strong box. The key to which is securely. See you around.
So he just told someone working for what is effectively a guild of thieves, hey, you know, I've literally just, I completely put the very, you know, so you can basically buy it from him. You can be legit and buy it from him, or you can literally just steal it from him, which is the thieves go away. This guy literally did not handle the situation at all well. Not only did, you know, did he try to haggle with a group of thieves, which, you know, I guess if they have some sense of honor, you know, they probably could do. That shield makes fighting sprite... That shield I plan to get soon makes fighting sprites a joke. Because all of their attacks are magic-based. Someone were to ask me my favorite class in this game, so I think looking at it, Universalist is kind of a gimme, so I'm going to avoid that because it just gives you, not only is it massive flexibility in what you want to do, but also, like, look at those additional, like, the equipment requirement, +3 to all skills, like, it's unlocks all weapon masteries, you know, it's a pretty given, like, it's probably the most overpowered class. My first ever class I played was Shadowcaster. I used Feyblade and Chakram, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. There were some aspects of it that I could have done without. Like, I didn't like how Panic was a mechanic within the class, which meant that you basically had to run fire. Which, don't get me wrong, was fine because that was one of my best spells. But personally, to me, I think it should have been more poison focused. Maybe it should have, instead of being guaranteed crit on panicked enemies, maybe it could have been a +50% or plus like 30% crit chance on enemies that are poisoned. You know, something that would have fit more viable, especially with the whole poison blink. Pure Mage is absolutely destructive in this game because of how some of the spells work. But generally, I feel like, you know, Champion is very underpowered because now if you're playing the game without blacksmithing, Champion is probably more useful. But if you're playing it with blacksmithing, it's garbage. It's useless because you don't get any magic bonuses, which in and of itself is already pretty awful. But it's a tank class. And with blacksmithing, you can basically become immune to damage anyway. Why do I need a tank class when I can tank on any class? Right? But I would probably say Blade Master. Because they get bonuses to bow and to melee. Increase crit, increase piercing damage, which every bladed melee weapon has. Though, obviously, and bow. Damage while in stealth, so they're the stealth class of the game. And they have Cutthroat, where if you strike an enemy... while striking fallen enemies. So I don't know if that means like a killing blow, or if that means like you know, I don't know if that's a killing blow or if it's like striking a already dead body on the ground. Like, I don't, it's worded kind of funny, but I've never actually really played Blade Master. Maybe I've considered doing a sequel playthrough to this, where I don't use any crafting at all. No potion making, no thrushes. So these are really, really aggravating enemies. They pretty much have a couple attacks, but one of them is astronomically annoying. They are basically the Boggart troll. However, they are weak to fire. This is it. That's the attack. So they keep themselves in place, but they will bombard you with this plant vine attack. And it can really cripple you. You can die. The attack in and of itself pretty much makes it impossible to get close. Because it becomes harder to dodge the closer you are. First time I fought one, it was pretty terrifying. Starting fools. Bertrand thought he could just watch Kessera die and think he was innocent. That he could go back. I tried to tell him. He just wouldn't listen. I couldn't have him bring others after me. I had to kill him. Now I just can't get out of this damn place and now I can just get out of this damn place and find a place to low. Maybe Kenrick? Yeah, I considered doing a playthrough where, you know, there's no crafting of any kind, no alchemy, no sage crafting, no blacksmithing. So like I'd have to steal without phase walk. Well, I can buy phase walking potions. So, you know, they just don't, you know, there's very few vendors that sell them. So I wouldn't be completely out of luck on that one. I just have to find the vendor. But, I think that would be interesting. But if I did do that, you know, it would depend on where I stand in my time as a content creator here. Like, because if I have a bigger fan base, I'd put it up to a poll. Like, hey, what class do you want me to try for this challenge? But if I'm doing, you know, if not or whatever, I would probably want to try not doing a, I'd probably want to try not doing a thief-related or a mage-related class, with the reason being that I don't really want, I don't want to do a mage-related class because I don't want,
I have spent my years in Dalentarth learning to let's fall silently.
because I want to try the game without that mage shield, basically. Easiest class to play in the game, in my personal opinion, my 100% personally, my own opinion, is Thief. Thief and Mage. And the reason why I say that comes down to equipment. Or, well, I say Mage because Mage has the best abilities in the game. Hands down. They are literally a destructive force with some of the spells they get, and they can basically cast them at such a rate that there's literally no hope of arguing with an Archmage. They'll destroy everything. Finesse, on the other hand, the reason why I say Finesse is so strong, if you blacksmith a bow, you can one-shot most enemies, even without a charge attack. So, there's that. But it comes down to basically destinies and stuff. So it's not hard to get an accessory, you know, with that buffs finesse. Especially in the Fatesworn DLC, you can get a ring that gives like +3 finesse. There's shields that give +2 finesse. I have one of them, even though it's a mage shield. considering I would still be able to go into mage to equip it, like, and you know, if I used the same trick I'm using on this playthrough to equip it, right, like that's level I just need 15 points in there, and that's with the stuff I have equipped now, right? If I put on all this stuff, whoops, and then go down to armor, that's a level 10 shield. 10 points, that's 3 levels. Or that's 4 levels. No, yeah, more or less anyways. And boom, I can equip that shield. So I wouldn't even have to go past tier 2 on mage. Right? And you know how I'm going to have like potentially like 30 extra points as well. So, you know, and then that's +2 finesse, and then due to the twists of fate each giving you +2, you don't even have to worry about anything. And to be perfectly honest, if you're solo running a class, you won't even need that. Like, this idea that I'm talking about is useful while you're still leveling. Once you hit end game, like once you cap if you're playing a single class and you cap that skill tree, you only need +2. Because nothing goes higher than +2. 6 doesn't go higher than 8. 5 doesn't go higher than 7. And 4 doesn't go higher than 5. So +2 is all you need. So a max level thief doesn't even need equipment to max out, because there's 2 twists of fate that do it for them. Mage and warrior would need like a ring or something to buff them.
Always open
Just talk to me, my dude.
business when the road is your if you need another trade, then come and see Banana.
You have completed the task that the Hierophant set out for you, as all travelers are expected to. Well done. What I invite you to join is not a fraternity, not a guild. It is a family, a race, a bastion for those of like mind and talents. All travelers are now your kin, and you theirs. Now the Hierophant is called for you to serve again. The seer demands, so you must answer. The next task is unique. It involves stealing from one of my kind, Amalur, Lord of the Hunt, fallen member of the Courts of Summer. This is what I can tell you of the task. Pray at the Hierophant Shrine and receive their blessed wisdom. Good luck.
Yeah, like, you could argue that pluses aren't really that useful, and I can agree with you to an extent. It really depends on how you're referring to it, though. Because to me, pluses during, like, as a universalist, getting pluses like I'm trying to do is astronomically useful. Because it means that I can gain access to more skills. Instead of having to uber specialize, like, basically, if I wasn't doing this plus thing, I'd effectively have to pick and choose what weapons I wanted to use, right? Like, I wouldn't be able to do bow, Feyblade, and dagger, because I put 4 points into each by the end of this whole thing, and the +4 will put them at 8. However, 4 points is also equivalent to putting 6 into 2 of them, meaning I would exclude a weapon. Especially when you factor in that bow gets the short hand of the stick a lot. And there's so many relatively decent offensive skills and passives that you could switch between on the regular. Things like Assassin's Art is nice to have. Like, I do want to try and get my hands on a pair of daggers for this quest line, because there's a few moments where stealth killing can come in handy. So new quest here. So this is just a task.
There is no finer place in all.
Yeah. So this is a guy that'll just give you money for every prison key you manage to acquire.
It's keys I need. Getting these keys could save a traveler from the new talks. What pleasant travels, Burke.
Willing to bet some coin? So, you've come to me again, Shade. So competent you were in your last mission that I've prepared another for you. You will steal Buru's boots from Amalur, Lord of the Hunt, once member of the Court of Summer. I am the Hierophant. I'm never wrong, and I am always serious. Bite your tongue, or leave the travelers. Fates have shown that the road to the boots leads not to Amalur, but his herald Airgaze. Most curious. Find her in the She. She will lead you to Amalur in the boots.
I personally love games like this, where you can literally just smartass people, and there's no consequence for it. Like, in reality, like, if I was gonna smartass basically the deity of this group, I get kicked out for it. Like, I get shunned and kicked out until I apologized. But, like, in a lot of these games, it's like, it's only actions that mean anything. And in this game, I don't think this game has actions like in Skyrim. In Skyrim, if you steal from a Thieves Guild member, you'll get kicked out. If you attack a Dark Brotherhood member, you'll get kicked out. You attack a companion, you'll get kicked out. Right? Like, there's actual consequences for having to doing that kind of stuff. In this game, there's only one instance of that consequence, and it's a permanent one. It's not even like apology later. And it happens in the Warsworn questline.
You seek to rob the Lord of the Hunt, Amalur. I wish to see the boots taken from my master as well, but I do not have them. I can only reveal their location to you.
We're gonna find the boots.
You must find Amalur, the Lord of the Hunt, the one whom I herald. But this is not merely a matter of an owner and his possession. The Lord of the Hunt has secluded himself in Arduith because the boots carry a terrible curse.
Curse? What kind of curse do you mean?
Amalur is the Hunt incarnate, and the boots enhance his natural abilities. They make him undetectable. He stalks unseen and unheard until he strikes. But the boots urge him to hunt, to take blood and life. His mind is like the feral beasts. He views all creation as his prey. And so he locked himself in Arduith to protect all from his madness. Entering Arduith, and he will hunt you as well.
And kill him for his boots.
Would that I had as much faith and prowess, but you face the greatest hunter these Phalans once knew. But he has fallen far now. There is a chance you might take him, and such might be a blessing, rather than see Amalur suffer this curse any longer. I hope you might lay the hunting lord to rest. There lies the only way to claim the boots. Now go to Arduith and be wary. Go, now!
Oh, it's a good thing I unlocked this area going for the dagger.
Who enters here? This is a sealed place, interloper, and you must leave before I spill your blood. It is too late. The hunger grows and roars within me. I must hunt. I will hunt you, mortal, until you can run no more. They are a blessing and they demand now.
Oh, let us try and do that persuasion again. Like I said, I do want to try to perfect this game. I've done it before. and playing on very hard. The only two missable achievements in this game, to my knowledge, are beating the game on hard, which I'll get beating it on very hard, and beating the game on, that prisoner achievement, which I already got.
This is a sealed place, interloper, and you must leave before... Oh, it is too late. I know. I had only wished to combat the waning of strength that the summer fae are experiencing. But then the magics began ensnaring my mind. It is too late for me. But you might take this. May it help protect you from my hunger for blood. Enough talk. Come into my den, little mortal. Your blood shall be mine.
+1 damage with range. So that's +12 with ranged on beasts. But there's literally nothing in regards to this that actually protects me.
Why don't we go deeper into my domain?
Yeah, this was a bit of an annoying quest.
I will flay you, skin from flesh from bone.
Idiot.
I will enjoy your death. You're quicker than you look. I better start taking this seriously.
Or you could, you know, just not and let me kill you. That works out well too.
The cycle demands your blood.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm bleeding. I'm also my last health potion too. Oh yeah, I got those. Okay. I keep forgetting I have the regeneration potions. I'm just gonna try and keep my distance. I'm gonna use magic only. Oh god.
I will flay you.
Double hit me and got me with bleed. So that's going to be right at the beginning again. So I'm going to have to aim for the persuasion once again.
It is too late. They are a blessing.
Oh, dear. But now that I know how dangerous his bleed is, I can just try to avoid it entirely. 61% chance, and I'm 1 for 3. Or 1 for 4. Gotta love those odds. Oops. Absolutely do not want to sell that.
Yet. Why don't we go deeper into my domain?
Music's not bad for this.
Your life is mine. Quicker than you look. I better start taking this seriously.
I already told you, you don't need to take it seriously. Just let me beat the hell out of you. Man! What is this luck? What is my stun chance? I know the thing's at a 7 right now, but 40% chance. Okay, that's a lot higher than I thought it was. Dear God. I think I overrode the other potion. Got it. Can you stop, like, teleporting right before I'm about to hit you with an attack?
I will flay you, skin from flesh from bone. I will enjoy your death. I'm coming for you. You look a little lost.
I really don't like that he keeps disappearing when I do that, when I hit him with the fire.
The cycle demands your blood.
Hey, cleric!
Enjoy your death.
Take it. Are you off today? Likelihood is probably yes, based on the time. That or you're stopping in on lunch. Alright, I want to go north. Oh, okay. That's fine. Hearing my incessant rambling about the mechanics of this game. It's really crazy. It's like when I start to enjoy a game and I learn mechanics about it, like I can become literally like I can't forget them. Like if you watched me play Final Fantasy 12, you'd very easily learn like how I know about like all the weapon calculations and what stats to prioritize based off of that stuff.
Grim Onwig has not returned from a mission of his. You must find Grim and return him to us. From what I've seen of your work, you have the best chance of anyone in camp. Grim is a close ally and a talented traveler. His safe return is yours. The Hierophant ordained him to steal an ancient book called the Missives of Sable from a stronghold held by Jotun. It seemed a relatively easy task. Jotun have no need of books after all. They are fiercely territorial, however. He was to go to Owen's stand in Lorca Rain. I've no doubt that you will find him there, and you must hurry to him. Be careful. May the...
All right. Wait, what? Okay, good. I'm like, why is it telling me to go there? That area is saved for the House of Ballads. Let's go to Rathir. I want, this is one of the missions I was talking about where stealth can actually come in handy. So I want to get a good pair of daggers, provided I can buy one. Your armor, your weapons.
I'll sell you weapons, but if it's armor you need...
Unsocketed Prismere daggers. That could actually be really good. Especially since Prismere daggers are endgame. And I can't afford them. Yeah, I would easily out DPS my greatsword too. I just have to get gems for them, which at the current rate I can't craft any of value. I'd have to go and find some. Beyblades are also, because, like, I'm trying to base it off of the ability on finesse here. This one over here. Your Deadly Grace, you know, Assassins are your Deadly Grace allows you tremendous damage from stealth. Unlocks new sneak attacks with Dagger and Feyblades that can instantly kill an unaware enemy if you deal enough damage. 90% damage with Dagger and Feyblade sneak attacks. Thing is, daggers actually have steel stealth animations. I'm pretty sure you can see them here. So this is the dagger one, I believe. You sneak up from behind, and there's actually an animation. It varies based off of enemy. Beyblade doesn't actually get any of that, does it? Or does it? No, it doesn't. Like, it doesn't get a cool animation.
Sword, hammer.
However, these Feyblades are much stronger. They're fat. They're 105 and they're fast and they're poison, which in and of itself is very powerful because that's going to negate a lot of damage I'm going to have to deal with. Daggers are faster and this one's unslotted. But the problem is like I said, I don't have the means of slotting it. Like there's a Feyblade that's unslotted too. I didn't realize there were so... Oh my god, does this person just sell like almost every weapon unslotted? You got an unslotted longbow, unslotted greatsword, unslotted Feyblade, and unslotted dagger. That's insane to me. That's crazy. I gotta remember this person for late game, but I think right now I'm gonna focus on those poison Feyblades. That's gonna drain me dry, but inventory, weapons, primary. I think I'm gonna sell that.
If you've things to kill, farewell.
Alright. You're the repair guy, right? Because I got a crap ton of stuff to repair. I am now officially broke. No money at all. Which sucks, because this entire playthrough is based around money. Yeah, Cleric, my goal right now, so I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before when I was telling you about this game, but all vendors in this game are fixed, meaning everything they sell is always the same no matter what. This guy here sells this shield right here. So it gives me 25% elemental resistance and 20% damage resistance, and those stack. So, he basically will negate 1/5 of the damage I take, the shield, as well as negate basically almost half the magic damage I take. This is like the best defensive piece of equipment in the game. And it is basically integral towards survivability for this build. However, it's also like, I got my mercantile up as high as I can right now, and it still costs me over 300 grand. And so that's what I'm trying to save up for. But getting these Feyblades is a huge step forward, because that's a weapon I'm not going to need to upgrade for a while. The only downside to the Feyblades I got is any enemy that's immune to poison is going to be a pain in the ass. Because these Feyblades went all in on poison. So I just got to be careful. However, there are very few enemies that are actually immune to poison. And those that are, I probably want to keep my distance from anyway, so the chakrams can cover me. Jotun! So I've realized a mistake. So I'm going to do a neat little thing called Tactical Retreat. Because I am almost out of healing potions. So I need to go to locations that I can get healing potions from. Especially when I'm going into a cave of Jotun. Enemies that could potentially, 2-3 shot me. The upstairs. Upstairs.
Good. You should speak. I want to help him, but he... Well, if you can undo my... I sent out several invoices the other day, but I made a slight arithmetic error that might cost us dearly. None of the customers seem to have noticed yet. Can you recollect those invoices discreetly?
1 second. Merlin just threw up. Looks like it was just a hairball, so easy to clean up.
Oh, thank you. There's 5 invoices in total. 4 went to the townsfolk. The last was to go to the Warsworn Fortress. Helm, when you have them all, bring them back to me. Oh, and don't mention this to Askell. Nice talking to you.
If you're heading east to the ruins
Alright, I have no money.
of Talarain, very well.
I have no money, and I am out of healing potions. This is not gonna go well. Oh. I might have some luck, because there is some stealth involved in this whole thing. So, what is my stealth currently at? 1. Out 2, technically. Eesh. And I sold the necklace that gave me +1 to stealth. Excuse me. Excuse me, gentlemen. I will just stick with that. Alright, so I might just be able to... Yo! As long as they don't cover each other's backs, I can get this easily. Hidden door. Right. I want to try and do this as much stealth as I can because I don't have a lot of healing potions, so... I was really in all honesty, I was kind of really hoping for the daggers, because I feel like the daggers just do more damage on stealth attacks. Plus, the animations are cooler. The Jotuns are kind of cool because you climb up on, like, their shoulders and then you just slit their throat.
Good on Cruel Garen to send you. I was worried the Hierophant might get away after all.
How'd you get
I
caught?
was set up. The Hierophant sent me here to steal an old book, The Missives of Sable, from some Jotun. Sounded easy enough, but I was ambushed by a troop of gnomish praetorians searching for the missives. They want that book, Dove, and they'll kill both of us for interfering. Steal the cell key, or pick the lock and get my tools, and I can sneak out. Or you could beat the gnomes to the missives and bargain our way to freedom. Hurry.
I like this. It gives you literally 3 options. What option do you think I should go with, Cleric? Do you think I should try and steal from the gnomes, or do you think I should try and deal with the Jotun? I'll let you decide. So I've already unlocked that one for him. Deal with the Jotun? Alright, we're going the right path then. This is the part I was saying where stealth comes really in handy, because like any excellently programmed stealth game, all the enemies you're going to confront are facing away from you. So yeah, so the Feyblade stealth attack seems to daze them, but I still don't do enough damage for the daze to mean a guaranteed kill. But it does mean that I can get solid amount of damage in before they snap out of it. Gives me a pretty good head start for sure. I can now see traps on my mini-map, thank God for that. So disarming them shouldn't be a problem. No, I don't actually have to even deal with the Jotun. That one I had to deal with because there's no way around him, but I don't even have to deal with these guys. God, I was seen. I was seen. Mistakes were made. I've already found 2 healing potions while I've been here. This is good. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Oh God, he turned around just at the worst possible time. Yay, time to fight. Time to fight multiples at once. Can you die, please? Thank you. Probably should have stealth attacked this guy just to at least get the head start on the damage, but I got poison and bleed combination here, so that's, you know, double stacking 2 DOTs. Neither of them are magic. And then the bleed increases the damage I deal with my Feyblades, while the poison increases or decreases the damage they'll deal to me, so. Thankfully, by picking up that book, the gnomes aren't hostile to me anymore.
We have assumed martial authority over this area after a recent threat to gnomish peace. This area is now under gnomish control.
Filthy thief. Another traveler? This place is lousy with your kind. If you think you'll get any better than that one in the cell, wait a moment. You have the secret text. Surrender it to me at once. Give the missives to me, and you can have whatever it is that you wish. The thief is free to go as promised. You may have the key to his cell. Now both of you get out of...
I already opened his cell. He's literally trapped. He's literally keeping himself in an empty room. Like, I'm not even joking. I opened his cell. He can leave. I got the key to a cell that's already wide open.
Dove, I don't know how long these known Praetorians will be keen on keeping me alive. I hate giving those damn Praetorians what they want, but it was the only real way, weren't it? It's all the fault of the damned Hierophant. But now that I'm free, we'll just see how much our dear leader will regret leading me to this cell. I'm making myself scarce, Dove, and you best do the same. But I'll be seeing you before too long. Count on it. Hurry.
Okay, there's several quests on this map that I would like to start. So let's just run past, like, these... Why are there so many Jotun here? There's like 8 of them just camping the door for me. Oh my god. How far are they gonna follow me? I understand if this one guy wants to follow me, but now there's like... My god, I can't get away! I don't want to fight anyone! I just want to start the bloody quest! which I can't even do now because the Jotun are fighting her. Oh my god. So I think they've killed her. So now I have to load the map. Because there's no quest icon on the bridge anymore. And all 3 Jotun are now coming at me. I don't know what enemy attack range is in this game, but it's annoying as fuck. I'm gonna say that. The fact that these Jotun here were following me all the way over to here. Oh my god, they're still after me! Go away! Oh my god, they're still after me! They're still coming after me! What is this bullshit? They're still there! What the fuck? I'm literally on the other side of the map! Oh my god. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it! Come on! That was unbelievable.
Looking for potion? Very well.
Oh my god, that was so bull. They were literally following me across the entire map. And that is so fucking stupid. And my only way to the bridge... is to either go all the way around from the top, which I guess I'm going to have to do.
The season is upon us. The time of the flowering is come. Yet I fear there'll be no ceremony, no flowering, no joy. Why, it is the finest, most miraculous thing. It is... No, there is no worthy description. But alas, Bodril has not returned. With no one to play his part, I fear it is not to be. I asked the mortal maid for help, but she refused. I have resigned myself to sorrow. Why, Bodril is... Well, he always returns to take part in the flowering. Only now the season has come, but he has not. Why, I cannot say. Go. He has returned to the great cycle, of course. He gives himself to the flowering, and the ceremony is complete. She was looking for one of her kind. I asked if she would help with the flowering. I was very patient. I explained that the ceremony was far more important than her lost friend, but she would not have it. Mortals. Then I rejoice. Bodril's first task, your first task, I mean, is to gather the chrysalis. The chrysalis are seeds of sorts. You'll find them throughout the woods. When you've gathered them, seek me in Brunwath Hollow. There's more to mortals than I had thought.
Alright, let's get rid of these guys here. There we go. That poison's gonna take a huge leap in potential in like 10 or so levels. Basically, it's this ability here. It's gonna be a while. Yeah, it'll be a while before I get not 10 or so much further than that, but increases the effects of poison and bleed by 20%. Initially, I don't think that skill ever got, like, high percentage maxed out, but due to the level cap increase, it now does. I believe when the level cap increase came out, I actually reorganized my trait tree entirely. Originally, the split was actually relatively even. I don't think it was 41, 41, 41. But it was, you know, more or less. It was like averaging that. But then I redid it, and I basically put Warrior to 37, and I spent the rest of the points in the other two. Because Warrior doesn't really get a whole lot.
Please! The Jotun filled up on that antelope.
And this is someone that, you know, one of the first classes I beat. So I beat the game with a Shadowcaster first. But then I did a Warrior. Or then I did a Pure Warrior. And the Pure Warrior was not bad, but kind of bland. Didn't really feel like they had a lot going for them. You can't, when you go Pure Warrior, what you kind of want to specialize in is stun. Because they can, and I'm going to get the trait on here too, but there's a trait that makes you do a crap ton of damage to enemies under stun.
If you see a girl named Marga Samick, do not tell her you saw me. She'll understand. Thanks again. A beautiful girl and great... Then she starts talking marriage and children. I'm not ready for that.
Die. It wasn't so much like the issue I was having though wasn't so much that the Jotun were the problem, it was how many Jotun there were. That was the problem.
I can't believe it. Something's happened, hasn't it? I can tell from your... Well, my parents never did like Ore. There was this one boy. You're right. I just want to go home.
Perfect. Right, let's get rid of the kobolds. Actually... No. No, did they kill her again? God damn it. I'm actually starting to get like super annoyed by this. All I can do is literally just go straight for her. I can't, like... I was trying to collect quests and stuff along the way, and apparently that's a fatal decision. Did I literally just run the wrong way? I don't trust going into an open area like this.
Tell me, stranger, have you seen a young man lost in these ruins? Maybe with two lovebirds who can't take their eyes off each other. Yes, Turin. We were separated while exploring the ruins. I need to find him. I'm sure he's fine, but if you do find Turin, and if you do find him...
Let's try and keep her safe. I hate you. I hate you! Why did it change? Melt. Yeah, they won't. I don't believe they'll respawn while I'm still on the map. So I don't think there's much risk to her safety now. But I'm going to take out these two Jotun. And then there should be literally no risk to her. Oh, go to hell. My God! Oh my God, come on! You're dead. There. She's safe. She's also an idiot. Literally staying that close to both Jotun and... and kobolds, and expecting to come out fine and safe.
The season is upon us. What? But I asked the mortal maid. Then, when you've gathered them, that task was Budrill's. They spread when the only this time.
I missed the persuasion on that. Think about it. Whoops. Four Jotuns. Great. That's one down. Man, these regeneration potions actually last way longer than I'd give them credit for. That greater regen potion is literally keeping me alive right now. They can't out DPS it. Right. Nope, there's a lore stone here I can grab.
Oline will not tell you of this. She disapproves of pride. She does embody nature's tooth, a sharp and silent, simple truth. And yet Oline will always shine among the ballad's lore, for humble though her carriage be, a greater knight we'll never see.
Bleed. Dead. Alright. Oh, god damn it. Suck it. Oh my god. Alright. Progression is back on. I should be able to take my sweet time too, because he should be at no risk of dying unless somehow the enemies respawn even though they shouldn't.
The Jotun filled up on that antelope. I was trying to... They grabbed... Please, let me out of here. Thank you. She'll understand.
Right, 2 more Jotun. And I am out of here. Let's go talk to the girl over here. Persuade her with relative ease. Though knowing my luck, this will fail.
Something's happened. No, I can't believe.
Oh, did I call it or what?
Made for each other. No, we were going. Now, what am I going to do?
I miss the other persuasion, and I fail a 95% chance to succeed on a persuasion. A 95% chance to succeed, and I failed it. Alright, we'll pop this open. Take those, why not? That'll help me in certain fights. For sure.
God, I can't believe Turin's dead. But I can't dwell on that now. Thank you for returning this scroll to me. You have no idea. When we lost Turin, Marga and Arain wanted to go off on their own. Fine by me, I knew what they were after. They weren't any help anyway.
Alright, got all the quests there, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
You have freed, but is that your jobs here are finished? It is time you go to Moon Camp in the plains of Erythel. May the wind be at your back.
Always open for
Hey, Mario Bros! How you doing today?
the road is your market. Always looking to make a bit of
I've had a few annoying moments in this game, but beyond that, everything's been going pretty okay. I had enemies literally chase me across a map. I had literally, I had a group of enemies chasing me across the map. And it was really annoying because I was trying to avoid fighting them. Trying to accumulate money. Which vendor are you? Are you Sneak?
Need something?
A thief may turn a lock.
Yes, you are. What's this guy's quest again?
Someone off the road. Tell me, do you have any peasant clothes that you're looking to get rid of? Indeed. It is not clothes so much as cloth. I'm a tailor by trade, and from the players of our camp are always in need of new articles of dress. I need lots of material. Bring me some peasant clothes and I can rework the material with relative ease. What say you?
See what I can do.
Truly, it's been a while since I've had any good material to work with. I await your findings. Pleasant journeys.
Right, I know I already talked to this trainer, because this trainer, I believe, is mercantile.
Secrets of trade. I bid you goodbye.
What is this specimen before me? I can only think that you were the skilled one the Hierophant said I was to expect. If only you had come sooner, then you might have helped to keep my mare's heart here.
What are you talking about?
Nothing I should be bothering you with. After all you've accomplished in Star Camp, what's so special about a broken-hearted Alpha? I should tell you more about what mission you're to be. Oh, you must give me a moment. Mare, my poor, lovely mare.
So, Mario Bros, how is your Digimon team going now that you finally got Gallantmon on it?
I'm in no state to be aiding you right now. I should be alone. I still need some time. Very well. Go to... Goodbye.
Is there a petition before me? Ah, yes, but it is strange. Ah, it is you, Shade. We are far from the woods of Dalentarth. I see you are eager to serve your guide.
Just give me my mission.
I am the Hierophant, and it is through me that you earn your coin and living. Give me no cause to anger. I have seen the items which you must steal. The Chalice of Forced Vintage from the lower city, and the Signet Ring of Wyvern Gift from the upper city. And lastly, you must steal the Cowl of the Maiden from the Temple of Lyria. I give you these treasures as my blessing. Indeed.
Finished here. What's my persuasion at? Pretty good.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
There's one particular persuasion I really want to succeed on, so I'm hoping my persuasion's high enough for it.
Yeah? What are you doing here? I don't suppose you're becoming a child of Lyria? By Lyria, you think you might want to speak a little more quietly? I don't need anyone here getting wise to me. And let me guess, you're a traveler and you've been called to steal the Cowl of the Maiden. Well, I beat you to it. Cowl's mine. I guess you're right. Irian has a flair for the melodramatic, sure, but I know he's taken my loss hard. It seems I can't get away from the travelers. They really are my life. Fine, take the cowl. I'm headed back to Moon Camp. Farewell.
That is what I wanted to succeed on.
Tell me, what brings you to this sacred place? Though few of your kind do, all are welcome to the Orison. Perform 3 tasks of devotion to Lyria, and in exchange, earn her blessing.
Where do we start?
When you entered this temple, the first task is the sojourn. Have this. It is an amphora. 1 is just outside Rathir. A second, and when you're done, return to me.
Alrighty.
My son Malian is gravely ill. If I were younger, I'd go bring my son this wild plant, and I would. There's only one place that I know of. Be wary. I have sent servants before you.
You know, once money becomes no object, after a point, there's one achievement I know of where you have to read like 50 books. And once money becomes no object, you can literally just you can go, there's several bookstores in the game. You can just go to them, buy their stock, read, and then just leave, or and then sell it all back, and obviously at a loss, but that's literally the best way to get achievements, or get those achievements, because that's where you're going to find the biggest collection of books in the game. I don't know what this guy... I've never actually brought in this guy peasant clothing. I just thought, well, I'm going to be going back to Moon Camp anyways, so... Wow, that was way easier than I was expecting it to be. No one's even going to dare question that. Not the guards that saw me run away. You know, not the guards that literally let me into the room while they were sleeping.
Many marvels.
Good day to you.
Alright, let me go get the other thing here. Come on, go inside.
The innkeep can help you with a room.
Get this. I wake up yesterday. Me fighting a duel? You can't. Well. Turns out my friends are all drunken cowards. Thank Lupoku. Before you go to Dalton, that's my... She'll know what you mean. Then go to the officers' hall in the burn, and on the sly, put some on Dalton's sword point when you inspect it. Now, time for my part in this business.
You're not from the Skull. If you're not one of them, well, you're welcome to join me. What is this? This calls for another drink. I'll have to pack my things. Ah, Alison, how do I tell my sister? Where will she live? Rose, another ale. Make that two.
You must be here about the notice. Must be because I reek of desperation. Of one sending young souls off to certain doom. Well, once you hear the details, I'm sure you will lose. We of the Alpha Merchant Navy wish to hire a representative to track and kill the notorious pirate Dead Kell and his crew of murderous hanged men.
I'll do it.
Will? Truly? I must admit I did not anticipate this development. Here is your payment. It is made in good faith. Once you've made your preparations, report to Captain Rast Bratigan in the Keys. Rast is a good and loyal companion and a competent sailor, despite what they say. May Lyria protect you, and may her breath ever be at your back. Good luck. Trust.
So I'm not going to start that one yet, but that just sets up the Daimien Kamiya DLC. Man, everyone's just asleep. Makes it super easy to steal from them.
Well, my industrious little cloth finder. That's good. Here's some gold for your trouble. Pleasant journeys.
That's more gold than you'll ever make for selling that stuff to a merchant, so absolutely worth it. If you were to just end up with a lot of peasant clothing in your inventory.
You've stolen the items, and my fair maiden's heart back as well. For saving my marriage, take this ring. My vows lie in my heart now. With these, you take another step closer to becoming a master thief. May the Hierophant watch over your every step. That said, there is another job at hand. Would you like to accept it?
Kind of job.
You were specifically requested to perform it, along with a traveler of Moon Camp named Phasma Hume. Yes, the Hierophant was adamant that you and Phasma, but Phasma is no faithful. Why would we support a blasphemer?
Blasphemer.
Good day.
Apparently I got more armor. What did I get? Nothing. Out of those ones, Nintendo. I had pretty much all the Nintendo handhelds, and I had GameCube. My sister had a Wii, but I didn't really play it all that much because she wouldn't let me. And even then, I probably played her Wii more than she did. But I did end up getting a PlayStation 2 at one point as well, which was also a huge amount of fun. But I would probably mostly say Nintendo. A lot of fun games, you know, like Golden Sun, Pokemon games. Like, I have a lot of fond memories, even with some of the obscure Game Boy style games, Game Boy Advance, etc. Like, Robopon Cross version is still a game, like, I think I don't know if I still have access to my original copy of that, because if I did, I'd definitely stream that on with, like, the Game Boy player. If not, I may have to emulate it, but it would be super fun. In all honesty, it would be super fun to kind of, like, try cross version and ring version side by side. Because, so, when that game is very Pokemon-esque, and like Pokemon, you'd think, oh, there's two versions, ring version and cross version. But unlike Pokemon, those games are actually very different. They're the same story, but cross version is actually designed to be harder than ring version, which is actually kind of interesting. Yeah, what was your console growing up there, Mario Bros? Your company preference?
Yeah, trying to do my proper prayers to the Hierophant, like a damn fool. So leave me be, will you? Keep going.
You have come. Good. Now that you and Phasma Hume are to steal the amulet of Rithen, the unbeliever has been attempted.
I don't need any help.
This is my command. I am the authority here. I am the provider. Without me, you are nothing. So take heed. Rithen is a labyrinth of curiosity.
Oh, okay.
Phasma Hume will do this job with you. Like you, Phasma.
Yeah, I never really got into Xbox because, like, we didn't own it, and I didn't know anyone that really owned it. And the friends that I did know that owned it, I only got to see for maybe 2 weeks out of a year, if that. So I never really got to enjoy it that much.
But it seems you travelers follow commands like everyone else.
But I have positive memories of, like, the 360, because, like, we would do, like, a multiplayer Halo, and that was fun, even though I sucked. And then we would do, I remember me and a friend of mine, we beat Gears of War. It was funny because he said that he had never beaten it yet, or something, and I don't know why, but he let me be first player, which was weird. But there's an achievement for beating the game as second player, so I helped him get that. And we cheesed the final boss of Gears of War like you couldn't imagine. You're like, he has like this crow, these crows that swarm him or something, and you're supposed to use like the spotlight to get them off of him so you can shoot him. Well, I loved the exploding crossbow weapon, and I shot him with it, thinking it might do something. It did, I think, a little bit of damage, but what it most notably did was that it knocked the crows off of him, which was quite interesting. When we realized that that was a thing, we basically took cover. I'd shoot him with the crossbow. It would blow up, remove the crows, and my friend who had the sniper just started taking headshots. And it was one of the easiest boss fights I've ever had in a game. By the time we ran out of ammo, we're like, oh, well, we're out of ammo. Let's just charge him. We charge him with our chainsaw blades firing. Bush, dead.
Right, here I am, jabbering like a thrice damned. You go to Rhythm by the main entrance. I'll take it. Let's move.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah. My first GameCube game, I think, was Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers Melee. Because my dad got our GameCube from Blockbuster when they were trying... Like, Blockbuster used to sell off old things. And he managed to get the GameCube, a used GameCube from them cheap. And I think Smash Brothers was the only game we had for a time period. So I enjoyed the hell out of it. Oh my god, I didn't realize that, oh yeah. I don't remember how old I was. I think I was probably like 7 or 8 maybe when I got Pokemon Silver and my Game Boy Color. And that was the first thing we ever owned. I don't know. I have reservations about playing games like GTA that young. Not gonna lie. Like, to me, I do believe, to some extent, like, I don't care if someone's playing GTA as long as they understand the maturity involved with the game. And I don't personally feel like, yeah. Like, to me, I don't think a 6-year-old could be mature enough for GTA, but, you know, to each their own. If your parents thought you were mature enough to handle a game like that, sure, go ahead. Far be it for me to question them, right? But, I don't know. To me, I think it's just a matter of opinion. Like, the amount of times I've heard stories of, like... You know, the amount of times I've heard stories where parents picked up a game and then they come back and complain that, you know, why did you sell this game? Oh, yeah. And you know, and I don't know, like my parents didn't mind that. Like I remember when I was kind of young, like I was probably like 10 or so, like I had Turok Evolution, which obviously was rated M. But the thing is, even when me and my friends got it, like we never played Turok to actually play Turok. We played it because there was this one level of Turok that this one multiplayer level where there was one multiplayer level where you were basically fighting on tree forts, and those if you fell below, there were raptors underneath the area, and we would just hunt the raptors. Level up! Alright, what am I doing here? Well, I can do persuasion. For sure. I can only do persuasion right now, and then I can do blacksmithing. For 2 levels. Yeah. And sometimes you don't, you know, like when you see a good deal like that, you're not actually going to turn down whatever games are in it. But even then, like, even if like, you know, your dad got GTA, as long as like there was an understanding between everyone, like what GTA entailed and what not to do in regards to that game, right? Then I feel like there's no danger. Right? Like, to me, I think it's just, like, some people get too into games like that. Man. 20% damage against Tuatha. And it has a weapon socket. Yeah. And that's fine. Like, I'm a firm believer that video games don't make someone bad, but there also needs to be understanding that bad things do happen in video games. It's like, I knew someone that grew up watching wrestling, and her brothers used to practice the moves all the time. And, you know, that got them hurt sometimes. I think she even said that one of her brothers broke his arm. Right? Like, and it's that kind of understanding. It's not that, you know, and that's where the maturity comes out, right? Like, yeah. Like, to me, the most important thing in the world isn't age, it's maturity. That's why, like, I label my stream as PG-13ish. Right? And it's, you know, there are moments where it might be higher than that, moments where it might be lower than that. In all honesty, like, I don't care, but as long as you show up and you're mature and behave in my stream, I personally don't care how old you are. Like, there's going to be no sexual content in my streams. You're just swearing. But to be perfectly honest, you're like, especially with the day and age we live in now, going through life as a kid not hearing swearing is a very, very small thing. It's very unlikely. Oh my god. Oh, I hate mages so much. You know what? I'm saying screw this quest line. Let's, I want to go do stuff that's not going to royally piss me off. Let's go do this quest line. Let me just travel to Goreheart to sell and repair stuff. Oh, you know what I should also do too? This is going to cost a wee bit of money. But I have access to both Rathir and Yesa now, so I should probably upgrade my backpack sizes.
Believe how busy. Goodbye.
Yes? What do you need?
Oh my god, that basically bankrupted me. Like, what's the point of getting legendary equipment if you're just gonna end up with no money by the end of it all? Epic gems are almost going to be non-existent. And, yeah. I think I'm just going to sell that crafting ring. Probably come back to bite me in the butt later, but I don't really care.
What do you need today?
Wow, sold 2 things and got 50k for it. Yeah, so let me go to Yesa. I forget which vendor here has it. So I might just have to scope around a little bit. But it's either going to be in this area or it's going to be in this area. So let's try the southern area first, because I feel like that's more correct. Oh, that's right. I can also put 1 point into Sagecraft too, because I did buy Sagecraft training from Yesa here. So Sagecraft is safe to put a point into.
How goes this? Until next time. Don't know if we've had... Had the pleasure. See you soon, I hope.
Alright, well, it's not here, so it's going to be on the north side then. Merlin, you never learn, do you? Never learn. I don't want you snooping in my room. But yet you continue to snoop in my room. Yeah, there's a lot of stories like that, and to be perfectly honest, at that age you're gonna be so young you're not even gonna notice, right? And sometimes that's the only way. Like I knew some parents, they had a rule that video games could not be played until you were 3, and they had a 2-year-old son, and what they did was that they did exactly what you're saying, is they would give him a Wii remote that wasn't turned on or had batteries in it. And they would,
It's been slow.
and with the Wii remote like that, they would then,
Today. Come back again.
where is it? With the Wii remote like that, they would, you would give it to him and he would think he was playing, but he, you know, obviously he wasn't. Oh, it's that merchant there. It's gonna be this merchant over here in this little area here.
If you're looking for the Victor's Brew, it's... Wait a minute. See here, the problem is good luck.
Hi, how are you? Hey there, pretty. This is Aska's Alley. If you're new in the city, I can...
There it is.
help. I know. Bye now.
And then we'll go to Rathir and buy the Rathir one. And then that'll be it for a little bit, because the next one's Melson Shear. And then I think one of the DLCs has one. And then the final DLC also has one.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Looking for gems or shards?
You know what? I think I should... Yeah, I know where it is.
Goodbye.
And that's not... It's not even on the lower level. It's on the higher level. It's within the Mage Guild area, I believe. Basically, I don't really want to progress the, Yeah. I'm the same. Like, I've played that. I had a babysitter that had every console imaginable, and she let you play anything. Right? Like, I remember I played Spyro on PlayStation. I would play... She even got a Digimon game specifically because she knew how much I liked Digimon. It was a trading card. It was an RPG based off the trading card game at the time. And the game came with an Imperial Dramon trading card. And she let me have the card too. Yeah, then there was then on the N64 I used to play Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64. I don't know if we played Smash Brothers much, but we used to play Pokemon Stadium a lot, both of them. She had Game Boy Color games that she would let us play. She specifically got Gen 1 copies, or like the Generation 1 Pokemon games. Oh, wrong way, sorry. Specifically, like, and she got me a Fire Red, and she's like, this is yours, but it has to stay here. So, like, I couldn't take it with me home or anything without, like, I think maybe once I did, and I got permission to do it, but... She would, but, you know, she basically bought a game for me to play and enjoy while I was there. Oh, yeah. I think I've known a few people that did stuff like that too.
I've been...
There's the backpack.
providing good goodbye.
I cannot sell these chakrams because they give equipment requirement. Yeah, so I got stronger chakrams now. I got better pants, which will absolutely help with my survivability. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, I remember, I think I had I only went to his house once, but it was like my dad's friend or something, like, or my dad's uncle, whatever it was. He had an arcade cabinet in his basement, too. And he had quarters, but it was designed to not eat the quarters. Like, you'd put a quarter in, and it would roll back out, but it would count as a life, basically. So the idea is that you could just indefinitely play with the same handful of quarters. I think they ended up getting stuck though. You had to open it up to fix it.
Any assignment for... I'll be around if you need
All
me.
right. Yeah, those pants basically like massively like armor. What is it? 113 versus, yeah, I basically almost doubled my my defense there. Yeah, I don't know why I'm outside, but you can't fast travel from here. It's kind of stupid. Oh, wow. Yeah, in Rumble Arena 2, I kind of used all the characters to some extent. At least to try them out and stuff. Like, I had my favorites in the like.
Sir Sagril was a clever rogue of great and merry cheer. Oh, come and listen to the song of he who had no fear, of he who we hold
Brash. First, that strange mate. Alas, Sagril's is a twisted tale, and we could use every available hand. You may stay, but the seat will never be filled by a mortal. Of that I am certain. We were too late to catch the thresh as it fed. Now the beast slumbers guarded by the vines and weeds of Gorgoath. But all is not lost. If we can destroy the roots before they take hold, we can rouse the beast. Come, I'll keep the thresh occupied while you seek out the heart vines. Keep your eyes open.
At the very least, my chakram won't be resisted by boggarts anymore either. Yeah, sometimes I could agree with that too a little, but I don't know. I think I'd only wish it for the naivety of things. Like, here's the thing. As an adult, I have far more flexibility to play and time to play video games than you know, like, I don't know, like, I feel like as a kid, I probably played video games just as much, but I had more responsibilities as a kid. Because, like, I had school and stuff. But now that I have a job, like, there's nothing to do outside of work. Like, school, you always had to bring school home with you. But with work, I don't have to do that. At least not with my job. So, once I leave work, I can just spend all my time doing whatever I want. Down, down, no. That's the first and last time you're jumping on my desktop, Merlin. I don't know where in the hell he got the idea that I was going to let him jump on my desk. Never let him do it before. He's never tried before. So I don't know where the hell he got the idea he could do it now. Only other cat that's ever been on my desk was Jade. And that was once because she got so scared that she ran into my room I guess by mistake or whatever. And jumped immediately on my desk because Jade will always pick the high ground. Because that's just how scared of a cat she is. She doesn't feel safe unless she's on a higher ground. Or in like a corner or something where she knows she can defend herself. It wasn't until, like, pretty much I think there was a little bit of, like, I never actually watched Digimon in Japanese. I've seen clips of it in Japanese, though. And I realized that there were actually far more Digimon shows, more recently than I thought. They never got transferred to English. They never got translated over to English. So that's why I never heard of them. Oh, did I get poisoned? Probably from the brownie, I guess. Brownies poisoned me, maybe. They are called pestilent brownies, so... I don't know, I've yet to really see much about them, so... The one thing I kind of enjoyed about Digimon was that they always tried to change it up every season. They basically did the Power Rangers thing, like outside of season 1 and 2, and Try and stuff. They always tried to make every season separate from the previous. And even when they didn't separate them, they still tried to make the Digivolutions different. You know, so it wasn't always just the same thing. Which again, I also very much appreciate. Because, you know, Pokemon, like, I don't know. A lot of the times I feel like an episode of Pokemon can be boring because there's nothing climactic about it. Right? Like, oh, they're gonna do something, Team Rocket's gonna intervene, they're gonna save the day, and that's it. But in Digimon, there's anticipation in every episode because of Digivolution and stuff like that. I haven't seen season 6. But that's fusion, right? Like, that's where they fuse Digimon together, because that one looked kind of stupid. Like, that one's like they took the concept of DNA Digivolution and kind of went way too far with it. And the thing is, I don't even necessarily mind the concept to a degree. Like, if they had one primary Digimon and ended up receiving the data of, let's say, like 5 other Digimon, and using that data, they could merge and create different Digimon and stuff like that, I'd be fine with that. But the fact is, like, if you actually looked up a list of the amount of Digimon each character had, it's like dozens each. And, like, to me, that's a ridiculous amount. Absolutely unnecessary. Yeah. Like season 1, I think season 1 and 2 of like Johto and Kanto of Pokemon, as well as Black and White. Those seasons of the show had the exact same problems. And the problems they had was that they very, very, very much they relied on Ash having too many Pokemon. This caused many... To the victor goes the spoils. Found 10 unique items dropped by enemies. Interesting. They ended up with so many unique Pokemon for one character, they ended up constantly forgetting several of them. The biggest case in point I use for that example is Krabby. Ash caught Krabby as his 7th Pokemon, and as such, he could not actually use Krabby. However, despite that, Krabby gets sent to Professor Oak, he checks in on it, and then you never see Krabby again until the Indigo League. Ash is he catches it just before challenging Lieutenant Surge, his 3rd gym battle, and he doesn't use it until after the 8th. And then he uses it without any preconceived notion that he trained it very much. and it beat an Executor, which it had a type disadvantage against, evolved, and then beat Golbat and Seadra. And swept the match. And that was like his first match. And personally, I don't believe Ash deserved anywhere near that kind of credit with a Pokemon he never used.
How can this be? Sir Sagral dead? I do not understand. Such a tragedy has never occurred in this song. Not in all the seasons of it. At the end of this ballad, Sagral defeats the Grave Thresh. He is victorious. I don't know how, but someone has changed the song of Sir Sagral. Listen, we are not alone. I do not like this.
Right? And then Black and White kind of had the same thing too, where some Pokemon just didn't have any development with Ash because they were seldom used. You know, and to me that's, you know, that's the consequence of the whole thing. Yeah. Like, I don't want to say he's bad. He's just not great. Like, he has his moments. I think the real problem with Ash is that the writers just keep forgetting he's learned things. I think it's my favorite Pokemon is Zangoose. But I think it's a general problem with many characters that have been on shows that have been around for so long. Is like Simpsons, Family Guy, Arthur, the kid show Arthur, probably had the same issues too. SpongeBob, you know, Pokemon. The problem is you have a character that's been around for so long. The writers keep forgetting things he's done and learned. And as such, retcon a lot of past behavior, right? Which is one of the big criticisms the Black and White anime got. Was that Ash seemingly forgot almost everything he learned. So I don't want to put the blame solely on Ash. It's really a writer's issue. But, you know, like, it just makes the character come off confusing, sometimes incompetent, but sometimes intelligent. Like, I'll at the very least say he's way better than he was in the first season. Because in the first season, he was so ignorant and arrogant. It's actually kind of hard to watch the first season. Yeah, the characters do learn. But again, that's also because they don't keep the characters around for too long. But even then they've still made those kind of mistakes, I feel. In Digimon Tri, Tai wavered on his courage for no reason. Sora has probably been the worst character in the franchise in regards to where her opinion on things stand. Especially especially with like how the Kazuna movie went, where she literally refused to help and allow Biyomon to help, even though it's been made abundantly clear many times that, you know, they're the Digidestined. They never got an option to choose, and they still don't have it. They need to help when help is required. When did I miss? I missed the lore stone here. Looks like I'm gonna have to run through the whole thing. But yeah, like you have a development like almost every main character goes through where they end up dark digivolving. Yeah. Like I don't know. I feel like it's actually crazy to me. You see Sora's behavior in Tri and then see it again in Last Kazuna, and it's almost night and day. It's disgusting. Yeah. There it is.
And thusly did Sir Sagrel slay, and thus the thresh was dead. But from the heart of Gorgoath came two beasts in its stead. Woke two beasts from their bed. 2 times did Sir Sagrel struggle.
Yeah, pretty much it. That was the entire Kazuna movie, was Biomon's like, something's happening, we should help. And Sora's like, no, I don't want to fight anymore.
The undergrowth. And that morn,
And yet it's Ty and Matt that are losing their Digimon in that movie. That's the other most disgusting thing about that movie, is it's Ty and Matt that are losing their Digimon, and Sora's sitting there doing fuck all.
Amazed. You were... Alas, there is no time for celebration. Excellent. Take that. You will know when the time is.
Let me go to Adesa really quick. Gotta look for a very particular character. I get the feeling he's probably in the Isles area. Yeah.
Yes? Well, look at you. You might be perfect. I don't know all the details. I know that Scar and the Rain was involved in Link. Scar and the Rain has quarters in the Basilica Nostra. You need to speak with Scar.
You wish to speak? Well, there is much work left to be done to the Isles, but I can be well.
Blessings to you. The Alpha have a grand city in Rathia. Very well.
There, that gets dispelled to the next tier, so I can at least do 2 more level ups there. Digimon Try also kind of... One thing that concerned me too was like all this second guessing they were doing on what they've already done. It was just a small thing, but like... You know, they've already fought in the human world. They already understood that, you know, collateral was a thing. And now all of a sudden they're terrified of fighting in the real world because of collateral. And it's like, God... Sort of, yeah. I can see moments like that, for sure.
Hello there.
I'm sorry. Did you say something? He is my husband. We had one night together, and then he departed for 3 long years. He will return. My heart. I can't give you much in return, but what I have is the Alpha Army is notoriously secretive with their information, and all my pleas for help have been ignored. You might find something in Dyden Hill. That is where Camden volunteered. Thank you for your kindness. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's the thing. That doesn't happen though. Matt and Ty are the ones that lose their Digimon. Sora's perfectly fine, which again is bull, absolute garbage nonsense. Why is Sora the one that gets to keep her Digimon when she's the most useless one out of the original 8? Even Kairi was of more use, and Kairi specifically didn't want to fight and try. Kairi is significantly a non-confrontational person, but even she has more potential than Sora does. Because even in the end of it, Kairi still wants to help. Sora just doesn't want to get involved, which is what makes her so bad. It's like, no. You were made a Digidestin. You don't get a choice on not being involved anymore. God damn it. Pretty much. Because she doesn't want to get involved.
Well, look at what we have here. Truthfully, I never expected to see another civilized soul out here in it. Something about the giant hairy monsters must keep people away. Good to meet you. The name is Ray Kildine, purveyor of fine sage-crafting goods and friend to the House of Ballads. It's a mystery to me. Fae come and go, but none of them ever. A while back, one of them dropped something in passing. They called it a cairn. I had it in my possession for one glorious night, before they pried it from my... grip.
Like, even with all his faults, Ash isn't nearly as useless as Sora is.
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe him. But here you stand before me. We've come to aid Sir Ferrara. Ferrara, you will need to go to Ferrara, and quickly. Good luck.
I'm gonna be right back. I think the cats need some food. Yeah, the cats needed food. He just wanted to see Gabumon in space, and he died. He does go to space, though. They specifically said that the last Kazuna still canonically lined up with the end of season 2. They specifically stated that, as seemingly unlikely as it is, they said it's still canonic, because they say at the end of Last Kazuna that they know they'll see them again, and they do, because it's still canonic with season 2. As much as I don't want to admit to that. Fuck off. Oh. Yep. It's not really stated. It's like not verbally stated at the end of season 2, but it is confirmed pretty much.
Still, I'm curious. Let me...
There we go. Yeah. Like, I'm fine for Sora though. Like, I'm fine with Sora having a happy ending, but I just think her happy ending, you know, should involve, like, actual effort. Like, there's her friends out there, like, literally risking their lives and their Digimon partnership, and she just doesn't give a fuck. Can you maybe not, please? There we go. I don't know. I don't mind Hawkmon. Like, Yoli was fine. Yoli had this aversion. Like, I don't know. The one thing that bothered me about Season 2 was they had this sudden aversion of destroying Digimon. Even though it was perfectly fine in Season 1. And it was proven that upon defeating a Digimon, they're just gonna get reconfigured into a Digi-Egg. So I don't understand why they were so against destroying Digimon. Like, that plot point made no sense to me. Like, I remember when Sylphimon destroyed Lady Devamon. When Sylphimon destroyed Lady Devamon, Yoli is just like, you killed her. It's like, I had no choice. But, like, all the while, Kari's probably just be like, okay, yeah, we killed her. Because they had to destroy the Dark Masters. They had to destroy servants of the Dark Master. They had to like, that's the second time Kairi's Digimon had to destroy a Lady Devamon. Like, like, why is this suddenly a problem? Hawkmon doesn't have one. The Season 2 Digidestin only Digivolved once, and then they DNA'd. So they never got actual ultimate forms. You could speculate, like, using, like, Cyber Sleuth and stuff. Like, you could argue Digimon like Garudamon or whatever.
So the witch was right. Help has come from Sepharara the Fair, who flounders in the puddles of Uduath. Such a champion should never lose his way, not in his own song. You, new knight, leave now, forsaking the last prisoners, and I will share with you my knowledge. How I came to change things. Stay, and you'll have nothing but corpses. That's true. My intent was never to do harm. All I want, all I have ever wanted was love. Not to be alone in my eternal grief. Fine. The prisoners are free to go. But you shall take their place. You shall be Bloody Bone's new desire.
You honestly think I'm gonna be stupid enough to let you actually attack? Take out the Storm Champion. Dead. No more lightning moves for you three.
done, Sagrel. You have proven yourself worthy of the name. Hallam's trust in you was not misguided. I don't know what to make of Bloody's tale, but it has the ring of truth to it. We must return to Wenson and tell him what we've learned here in Uduath. Off we go then.
Alright, you can go the long way, dude. I don't care. I'm not going the long way. I'll go the short way. These NPCs and their inability to learn how to jump down ledges. Besides, doing this quest chain will actually be a good one too anyways, because there's an the twist of fate for this increases the power of Fey Blades by 10%, which is what the weapon I'm using.
What is happening? First Sagrel, and now Bloody Bones. These are shocking developments. Listen, Hallam and I have been discussing what transpired in Uduath. You are needed for a very special quest, a song of your very own. You must travel to the home of Tenwa. Also, go to Tenwa, retrieve a ballad from her collect. Tenwa is expecting you.
All right.
Welcome. Do come in. You must forgive my lack of hospitality. The Maid of Windermere and her minions have left me in a bit of a situation. Creth and Airmer could offer no remedy, but perhaps your mortal ingenuity will prevail where others have failed. The maid paid me a visit this past evening. She and her accomplice, Nyx the Troll, stole my most prized cairns. All that work, and for what? With what I know, I should have expected an attack. Even this imprisonment spell, it is the same she used in the Ballad of Two Knights and a Troll. I can't recall the counterspell, of course, as that cairn was stolen. You must get them back, mortal. All of them. Especially the one you came for. See you soon.
May the stone sing your song. Hey, death, may...
All right. I need to go up top here. Yep, so I can do that. There we go. So Dispelling is now at tier 1. Or your Dispelling is now one more higher there. I was gonna look for something, I forget what it was though. Oh yeah, I remember. Next level up, I get to go to this. I get to go to Prodigy. Just a sec. Be right back. You know what? I know this seems very unusual for me, especially on a day off, but I think I'm actually going to call the stream here today. I don't know, I feel like I you know, my week off is almost over. Tomorrow is my last day off. I'm starting the new Yee's game tomorrow. I want to go for a bit of a walk, and then I want to come home and part of the reason is I do want to really work on. Since I'm ending the stream anyways. One of the things is that I really do want to work on additional content, but I spend so much time I'm either at work or I'm streaming a game. And I need to provide myself more time to work on other things. And the problem is I'm not very good at organizing my thoughts. Generally, I'm a very spontaneous person. And that doesn't help me make scripts. That doesn't help me when it comes to practical application of actually getting something done. Because the moment I sit down to do that, I'm either confused, I don't know what to do, or I'm just not motivated anymore. It's like I have all these ideas, and the moment it's like, okay, let's get started. And I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore. And I need to really work against that. So I'm going to go for a walk. And then when I get back, I'll probably sit down. I got a few, I have a project idea to work on, and this one won't actually require too much sound editing. And I think it would be a good test for, it'd be a good test for, what I can try and do. So we'll see. But with that said, my name is Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King, and be you friend, foe, or a member of the Omni Council. I'm going to see y'all later. Goodbye.